Imagine this. Yesterday, a famous person. Today, it's as if they never existed. No body, no clear trace, no final answer. Today, we'll talk about 12 disappearances that have left the most questions in history. Each case is a mystery of its own. Some vanish in the ocean, some in forests, others amid war or high-level politics. In the end, one question remains. Are these disappearances just coincidences, or are there gaps we still can't see? In 1937, aviator Amelia Earhart and navigator Fred Noonan disappeared. They were supposed to land on the small Howland Island, but never returned. The most widely accepted theory is that they ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. The mystery is that no confirmed wreckage was ever found, which is why every generation continues to revive new theories. Even in 2025, newly released archive documents reignited interest in the search, but no final conclusion has been reached. In 1967, Australian Prime Minister Harold Holt vanished while swimming in the ocean. A massive search operation followed, but his body was never found. The official conclusion was that strong waves and a powerful current pulled him away, an accidental death. However, the absence of a body left public suspicion alive for decades. The question, how can a nation's leader disappear without a trace, is still discussed today. On July 30, 1975, labor union leader Jimmy Hoffa was last seen outside a restaurant. He said he was going to a meeting and then disappeared completely. Years passed, numerous searches were conducted, but neither his body nor any solid evidence was ever found. As a result, the Hoffa case became one of the most famous big city mysteries. In 1971, a man known as Dan Cooper hijacked a plane, demanded money, and then vanished into the sky by parachuting out mid-flight. The strangest part is that he was never identified. No confirmed identity, no fate. The case became so famous that the FBI officially treated it as a historical mystery for decades, even stating that the name DB came from a media mistake. There are sketches and documents, but no man, as if he existed only as a legend. One of the earliest pioneers of cinema, Louis Le Prince, boarded a train from Dijon to Paris in 1890 and disappeared. The most chilling part, neither he nor his luggage was ever found. Police searched, his family searched, but there were no answers. As a result, one of the greatest mysteries at the birth of cinema was born. History is left with the haunting question, how would history have unfolded if he hadn't vanished? In 1961, Michael Rockefeller disappeared during an expedition in New Guinea after his boat capsized. He attempted to swim to shore and was never seen again. Search efforts were conducted, but no solid evidence was ever found, allowing various theories to persist. This case reminds us of one unsettling truth. Even places that look ordinary on a map can completely erase a person. The author of The Little Prince, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, failed to return from a reconnaissance flight in 1944. For decades, the question, where did he go, lingered. Then, in 1998, news emerged that his bracelet had been found in the sea. Later, aircraft fragments were discovered underwater, officially linking the crash to him. Yet one crucial question remains unanswered. How did he crash? Was it mechanical failure, war-related, or pure accident? Famous musician Glenn Miller vanished in 1944 while flying from England to France. The most chilling detail is that only fog, cold air, and the sea remained in the direction he traveled, no trace at all. Many explanations exist, but no conclusive evidence has ever surfaced. Even plane wreckage was never found. As a result, this disappearance became a symbol of how quickly a person can vanish amid the chaos of war. In 1945, Raoul Wallenberg was arrested by Soviet forces in Budapest and then effectively disappeared. Over the years, paperwork multiplied while the man himself vanished. Various official statements were released, including claims that he died in 1947, but no open evidence ever convinced the public. In 2016, Sweden legally declared him deceased, closing the case administratively but not solving the mystery. This story shows how politics and secrecy can make a person disappear without a trace. Explorer Percy Fawcett entered the Amazon rainforest in 1925 and never returned after sending his final letter. He reportedly warned in advance, "If I don't come back, do not send a rescue party." His last messages suggested he was entering unknown territory, after which silence followed. It's even noted that some who went searching for him also died. The jungle enforces its own laws. Writer Ambrose Bierce traveled to revolutionary Mexico in 1913 and then vanished without explanation. The most famous detail is from his last letter, which said, "I'm leaving tomorrow for an unknown destination." After that, no one knew where he stayed, whom he met, or what happened. Even Britannica describes his fate as a mystery, suggesting he may have died amid the chaos of war, but this too remains unproven. The inventor of the diesel engine, Rudolf Diesel, entered his cabin one evening in 1913 aboard a ship traveling to London and was gone by morning. His hat and coat were reportedly found on the deck, which only deepened suspicion. Encyclopedia Britannica notes that he is believed to have fallen into the sea and drowned, but the why and how of the event remain a mystery to this day. Sometimes the strongest secrets are the quietest ones, only a few abandoned belongings left behind. There is one common thread across all 12 cases. Disappearances often occur within water, war, wilderness, or closed systems. In some cases, nature washes away the evidence. In others, documents exist, but none that lead to the truth. The most dangerous mistake is the rush towards a definitive answer. There are many mysteries, but very little proof. That is why these stories shouldn't inspire fear, but critical thinking. Separating facts from assumptions is the most important lesson of all.